So today I'm doing eggplant parmigiano. Not everybody likes it the way they do it in restaurants, and one of the main reasons for that is because they don't fry the eggplant first. I always fry the eggplant first. It keeps it firm, doesn't get real mushy, and I also peel it. I'm going to show you again how to peel it. So I wanted to show you how I peel these. Sometimes people don't know how to do that, so they leave the skin on. It really is not good. You want to peel the skin, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can use a regular old potato peeler. It's easy. You just put your thing in like that, and you go down, and it peels off just like you do with the potato. And you peel the whole thing. You don't want to do these ahead of time, because what happens with eggplant is it turns brown, and you don't want it to do that. Like I said many times, what happens in the restaurant is they don't want to go through this process, so they do not peel it, and they cook it with the skin on it. It's really not nice. You want to cut that top off. You really don't ever want to use that. And you want to cut the bottom off also. Just a little bit. Now inside of eggplant there are seeds. And you see that the peeler didn't get this all the way off, so I'm going to just go in with my knife. Get the little extra pieces off. And what I do is, I don't like my eggplant extra thick, but I don't like it real thin either. So I'm going to cut, maybe that's about a 1/2 inch. Just about a 1/2 inch in diameter. And after I get these cut, then I'm going to dredge them in some egg. And I've already prepared that. And some breadcrumb. And like I said, in a lot of restaurants, they don't fry them either. I do not like eggplant that is not fried. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're going to put them in the egg, and then we're going to put them in breadcrumb. And then once they're coated and this oil gets hot, the oil's not quite hot enough yet. So I'm probably going to sit these on a plate until we're ready. Put them in the oil. And then I'll show you also how I layer the pan. Pretty much the same way I did chicken parm. I showed you how to do that. I'm going to get out my pan also and show you that, how I put a little bit of the sauce. And yes, Jamie, I'm using jarred sauce today. So what I do is I layer a little bit of the sauce on the bottom. And after these come out, I put them on a paper towel dish, so to speak. And I let them drain, let the oil drain. Let me move my cabbage out of the way. It's taking up space. That's going to be for later. So I have it all set up. Starting over here, taking those, breading them, putting them in the oil, then putting them into that pan after they drain on a paper towel for a little bit. I'm frying up the second eggplant. And as you can see, I put in the pan over here with a little bit of tomato sauce on the bottom. And I'm going to put the rest of these in here. I start out with egg mixture, which is, I have about 4 extra large eggs in here. And I add a little bit of water to it to thin it out, because you don't want it real thick. And then into the breadcrumb. And then if I don't have room in here, I sit them on a plate. When they come out of here after they're fried, I lay them up here just to get a little bit of the oil drained off, and that's a paper towel. And then I put them in here. And then I'm going to show you the rest of the process once I have this whole layer on the bottom. And the reason why I fry them is because it keeps them from getting too soggy. So you actually get the taste of the eggplant. And eggplant is delicious. The flavors that you add to it, I should say, are delicious. Eggplant is pretty bland, but when you add flavors to it, then it changes. So, here is the first layer. This is not quite to eggplant. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put another layer of sauce on there. And I have some rustic cut mozzarella cheese that I'm going to put. So you just like cover them. Brown them, but you're going to cover them. It's pretty same principle as the chicken parm that I showed you how to do. And then I'm going to put a layer of cheese. And then we're going to start all over again with more of the egg. How beautiful that is. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. You're not going to put a lot on there. A little bit. Put a little barrier between the next layer. So everything that's going on right here, I just peeled and sliced my 5th eggplant. And they're small, as you can see. You don't want them real big because then they get real seedy. So this is 5 eggplants. I am going to attempt, I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, to put a 3rd layer on here. But I'm finishing up. I did my 2nd layer of eggplant. I did my 2nd layer of sauce. Now I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on it. Like I said, you don't want to overwhelm it. You just want enough to be in between, cause a barrier. And then I'm going to do another layer of the eggplant. So I'm just taking it and laying, and it does cook down. You will see it looks like it's a whole enormous amount, but it really does cook down. So this was, I believe it was a 3-pound bag of cheese. Oh no, 2 pounds. You know, I layered a couple in between, and then I put the rest of it up on top. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this into a 350-degree oven, maybe for about 30 minutes. We're not going to overcook it. Everything's already cooked. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in there to get the sauce all bubbly and hot, and the cheese is all melting. And I always put it on top of a baking sheet, just because sometimes it bubbles over, and that way it keeps it from making your oven a mess. It'll bubble over onto the sheet, and then you can just wash it. Wish me luck getting this in, because this is one heavy dish. Goodness. Holy cow. And by the way, I did get all 3 layers on. And I actually had 2 little pieces left over. That's going to be my snack. So here you have the finished product. Look how beautiful and bubbly that sauce is, and how nice and melty and crusty that cheese is. I can't wait to dig in. However, it is way too hot for me to taste it right now. But I can guarantee you that it tastes delicious, because I've been eating eggplant as I've been going along, because I love fried eggplant. So maybe when it cools down a little bit, I'll have my cameraman bring me back over and I'll show you me tasting it. We'll see. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. Mozzarella. Make sure that you hit the like button and the notification button so that you can be tuned in to all my updates.